Merry Christmas, cuz. How are you, man? How's your day going?
Great, man. How about yourself?
It's
Merry
good,
Christmas.
man. Did you have a good Christmas day?
Oh yeah, it's just running wide open,
It
just
is,
like
man.
everybody.
Yeah, for same. So like I'm ready to do this podcast, man, all about Santa Claus, but I'm not feeling too good, man. I'm not feeling Christmassy, man. I'm gonna get out of these clothes. You with me? You ready?
I'm ready. Let's rock.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Ho, 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 ho.
Bro, what happened?
Fuck, man. I don't know, bro. I think and I'll point my dog's wearing
Oh my
it.
lord, this dog here, this dog, bro. I told you about that dog. That dog's always getting into things, right?
He takes my stuff all the time, man. I mean,
Bad
he,
dog.
he
What's that dog's name?
Rip.
Rip. All right, Rip. So I'm gonna represent the elf ugly sweater. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right? Got my elf ears on. I'm gonna have to Christmas up for both of us, cuz. I'm gonna have to Christmas up for both of us, man. So all right, here we go. I got an elf ear malfunction. I'm rolling with it. I'm going with it. All right, I'm going with it.
All
All right,
right.
cuz I love you, man. Merry Christmas. All right.
Merry. I love you too.
Let's get into this, man. So today we're gonna talk about since it was fitting to the story. We're gonna talk about the origins of Santa Claus, right? So when I dug in to start looking at the origins of Santa Claus, and all you haters out there, don't judge me because I'm beautiful, all right?
That's right.
Right?
You're-
All right, I've got enough. I've heard too many comments about how man pretty I am. All right, so this is my elf on the shelf costume right here. My ears are out, got my hat on, feeling it. This bad boy is a little warm. I will let you know that right now.
It was kind of a stroke or something. Where
Huh?
you're
Huh?
right. He's drooping further.
Huh? Speak up. And a little lopsided there too, man. I'm call me Elf the Slappy Happy Elf. Anyway, so look, digging into things, bro. I did some digging into the Santa Claus origin stories, and I came up with some things, man. I got to admit, man, I was a little bit this thing runs deep. So, what about you?
Yeah, man. I did some digging. So it looks like the origination was from Germany and the Netherlands in the 17th century.
Right.
Is where this, and they practiced gift giving. The name of Saint Nicholas began. Well, the Dutch called him Sinterklaas.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it all was adopted and changed, and the English changed it to Santa Claus.
Fun fact about Santa Claus: they portrayed Santa Claus as a woman, didn't they? As a teenage girl.
I didn't find no. So he was.
Oh, you know what? No, that was somebody
Dark
else, man. That was Christkindl. That was the Protestants. I got that in my notes. We'll get to that. So yeah, sorry about that, all the Dutch people out there.
That's all good. So no, it started from a man from around the fourth century, Saint Nicholas of Myra,
Right.
later known as Nicholas of Bari.
So check it out. So I actually found some conflicting stories about that we can dig into. But first, I even dug deeper into it, and I went back as far as I could go, and the Romans actually celebrated a pagan holiday called Saturnalia, right? And it was basically where they would do animal sacrifices and gift giving to Saturn, basically, right? It's what Saturnalia stood for. And this guy, Saturnalia or whatever, he rode around on a sleigh that was pulled by two serpents. And so then I said, okay, that's as far back as I could go with it. But then I did some more digging into it, and it looks like the Vikings, man, actually had a similar holiday where it was called the tradition of Yule. And it was Odin the Allfather riding around on his 8-legged horse. I can't remember the horse's name, giving out gifts. And so then I was like, okay. And then I started moving my way forward. And that's where I pick up right where you're talking about of Saint Nicholas of Myra. And and some people are saying that he wasn't later changed to Saint Nicholas of Siona, but it was actually two Saint Nicholases, and both of them were like really, into like giving and being, giving things, and so they just combined their stories to make it look, and that's why it just seems that he became such a great, giver. But
Right.
did you happen to dig into the first story of Saint Myra, of Saint Nicholas of Myra?
No, I did not. Go ahead. And what did you get on it?
So it turns out that there was a rumor that he saved 3 innocent people from being executed, but that couldn't be proved. But what seems to be the story that, I don't know, brought attention to him or got him moving is there was a local farmer, and he fell on hard times, right? He was pretty desperate on hard times, and he had 2 daughters. So the farmer was on the verge of having to sell his daughters into prostitution just to survive, right? So
Sorry to interrupt, man, but I got to make this comment, bro. You're hearing a whoppy ear elf talking about prostitution is pretty funny.
Hey, man, I'm into what I'm into, man, all right? Right? So everybody gives their own way, all right?
Right.
Right? Show some respect, right? Show some respect, all right? There's only about 4 or 5 guys on the planet that could pull this thing off, right? This ugly sweater hat combo, right? Believe it.
That's right. Go ahead. Sorry for the interruption.
No. So Saint Nicholas and Myra heard about it, went to the farmer's house, took a sack of coins, put them through the window, right? Woke up the next morning. The father was like, "Oh my gosh, it's a miracle! This, that, and the other, whatnot, or whatever." And it didn't get him out of the woods really. So Saint Nicholas went back another time. This time he took food, right? He was putting food through the window, and one of the daughters saw him, right? And he was like, "Hey, look, don't say anything. Just nobody needs to know where this came from, whatever, whatnot. I'm just here to help." Goes on to save the daughters. The daughters don't have to get sold into prostitution. They got the food. And that really just kind of kicked off the starter of to where, the Saint Nick came from. And then it went on to later. I read so many different things about the Saint Nicholas of Siona, right? Some people saying it's 2 different saints. Some people saying it's the same. And this was going on like, gee whiz, man, a long time ago, man, like
Right.
400 AD when all this was getting down, right? Or so it's really hard to trace it now. But we'll just stay for our conversation purposes that we'll just start with that Saint Nicholas of Myra, Saint Nicholas of Siona. Well, that'll be our beginning point. And if anybody has any, yeah.
They got to also know that the whole red suit and all the apparel and everything, that got started from modern day marketing. That was people did not dress like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's in my notes over there too. I thought that was cool. I didn't know that until like 3 days ago. So Coca-Cola tries to claim it was them, but like, nah. So
polar bear, man.
But yeah, so then that led it on to the to where the origins that we can say we'll just pick up from there. And if anybody watching us, if you know anything more than we do, it's probably a good chance you do. Leave it in the comments below, or jump into our shorts. People like to really jump into our shorts without watching the podcast. It makes it a lot of fun for me. But anyways, so then it leads me to the next thing I saw where the divergence took place, is that this thing took place called the Protestant Reformation, right? And it was basically when the Protestant religion splintered off from the Catholic religion because the Protestants thought that the Catholics were idolizing saints too much, praying to saints, right? And there was another thing too, man. They nailed this parchment to the door that had like 90 listings on there that they had a problem with or something. But when the Protestants broke off, they were like, "Hey, look, you guys are praying to too much, but we're taking Santa Claus with us." So they that's when they brought this thing out, man. This character called Christkindl, one word, right? So it sounds very familiar to Christkindl, right? Christkindl, one word, right? Basically, I think it meant Christkindl in their language at the time meant child of Christ, and that was the one where they depicted her. Christkindl looked like a 14-year-old girl, like an angel, basically. And when I saw the pictures of her, man, it looked like the type of angels that we put on the Christmas trees, right? At the top of them, right? So.
Right. So in 50 years, man, that's literally the first time I've ever heard Santa Claus portrayed as being started as a woman.
Me too. Never heard of it, right? Never heard of it. But you know what, man? I'll tell you what, dude. We've talked about this before, man. Growing up how we did, dude, like we're like the bookend of our generation, right? Like we don't know. I know bits and pieces of my grandfather past, right? I can't go any farther than that, right? So, I mean, what about you?
Way early growing up, a lot earlier than most kids, that there was no Santa Claus.
What are you saying?
That's how our family rolled, man. Wake up, man. It's time to grow up.
Merry Christmas. Here's a half of Dr. Pepper. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Here's a T-shirt. Yeah, I wore that on Tuesday, but it's washed. Here's a T-shirt. Here's a T-shirt. Right.
My sight.
Yeah, man. So like, I've never heard about that, but like I said, we don't know much about like. I mean, what about you on your dad's side? Like.
I know, as far back as like Meemaw Black.
That's it.
And on my dad's side, my grandparents, for the most part,
right.
His mom, and as far back as I know.
So I can trace it back on the female side of our family, fairly decent, right? So I can go back to Meemaw Black, our great grandmother, and then her great grandmother. Your mom actually knows the story really well. So grandfather was married to a Cherokee Indian, right? So I know that like if you go back, like we probably got Elizabeth Warren levels in our blood, but if you go back to like so far down that end on Meemaw Black side, I think that's 6 generations past her. Man, she was married. So our grandfather married a Cherokee Indian, came down the line over there to do it. But other than that, man, nah. So like, hey, we're
just go back and talk to those family members and get their point of view, how Christmas started, or just to see the difference between then and now is crazy.
Did you ever see the picture of Nanny looking like Laura Ingalls?
Oh man, I probably have.
Bro, man, like it's like this, like that picture was like 19. It looked 19, like 15, right? Like, and she was like 14 years old, bro. And I was like, damn, I got it on my dresser. I gave your mother a copy too. I got it on my dresser, man, and she looked just like some Little House on the Prairie, man, with those black shin high boots, long johns underneath, man, like a dress covering her ankles. I need to have a word with Nanny though. She was showing a little ankle, showing a little bit of ankle.
Man, I miss that woman.
Me too. Yeah, me too. So yeah, showing a little ankle down there. But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, wow. But so, and then so, who knows? But like your mom did it. Your mom has done some genealogy work, but I don't know anything about on the male side of our family. But on the female side, I do, right? But anyway, so that takes us back to, and then I guess for lack of the better word, Santa Claus jumped the pond, came over from Netherlands, Germany, wherever it is, landed over here and landed in the U.S. And I want to say the date is, I'm looking at my notes over here, man. I want to say the date was like 19. Oh, no, I'm sorry. June 26th, 1870, bro. Christmas became a federal holiday in the United States of America. So
that's what he was a stowaway on the Mayflower.
Is that right? Right. Was passing out gifts along the way, right? Hey, here you go. So, but then when it comes over here, I learned some other stuff about it too. But before we go into that, man, quick question. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh man. Probably like older.
Right.
Probably A Christmas Story.
The Christmas Story with the BB gun.
Yeah.
The
Red
Red Ryder?
Ryder BB. Yeah. And you know what? To get more into the newer stuff, it would have to be Jim Carrey's.
They were watching that today, man. I was kind of hearing it back and forth. I was making dinner or whatever. But man, my all-time favorite dude, it's the GOAT, man. I don't ever waver on this, man. Is the old school, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, man. All the Who's from Whoville with the old school 2D animation or whatever, man. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right, man.
No,
so, have you watched that? Have you watched that recently?
No, I haven't, man. It came across my screen the other day, man. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm watching, Jim Carrey Grinch.
Bro, man, he was hard on his dog. I didn't realize that, man. Back in the day, man, he was hard on his dog, man. Trying to staple gun antlers at his dog's head and stuff like that, right?
I was at these days, man. Hell, my clothes.
Right? Somebody's got to put these dogs in their places, man. No, I saw it, man. But that's my all-time favorite, man. All the Who's in Whoville, right? I thought it was good. But I could hear, I could hear when they were playing when they were running back the Jim Carrey Grinch, and it sounded pretty good, man. I might check that out or whatever. But so it was pretty good.
That one?
No, I've never seen that, man. No.
Oh my God! You 100%. You got to watch it.
Really?
All
right, man. That's going on my list, man. That's going on the list here. All right. So
wait till next year. You got to do it this year.
All right. I'll spin it up tomorrow or something like that. I'll watch it, man. It'll feel weird watching Christmas after Christmas, but like you made me do it. You're gonna say I'm a wimp.
That's right.
All right.
Well, if you don't want to feel weird about it, do it tonight.
Right. So check it out. Then I came over here. Christmas became a holiday, federal holiday, June 26th, 1870, right? 3 men in America are credited with creating Santa Claus in the form that we know it, right? And I will buy you a warm Dr. Pepper and split some French fries with you if you could tell me the 3 guys that got it.
Well, I'm going without a Dr. Pepper and fries, brother. You get them all to yourself because I have no clue.
I would have never picked these guys, man. I never would have picked these guys, man. So evidently, man, Washington Irving, the guy who wrote Rip Van Winkle and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, right? Big hand on Santa Claus, man, and creating our modern day Santa Claus. And the one who did it, the one who gets the majority of it, man, is Clement Clarke Moore, and he wrote the poem "The Night Before Christmas." The night before Christmas, all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, right? And they took a lot from his poem, man, and basically they would moved it into what canon is today when it comes to Santa Claus, right? The details of him, riding on a sleigh. This guy created the names of the 8 reindeer, right? So, and yeah, man, Santa Claus coming down the chimney, stockings hung by the chimney, all this other stuff. He put that in there, but then there was this other guy, man, the illustrator. This guy's name was Thomas Nast, and he was the one that took the poem details that they were talking about and brought them to life, man. He's the one that started the iterations of Santa Claus, looking through a telescope on the North Pole. He did the whole illustrating about the naughty or nice list, and he just brought to life basically the legend, man. And the suit went from being brown to reddish brown, and then round and made of animal skin, fur, then to wool. And then Coca-Cola jumped in on it a little bit, and then they created the whole... I still remember those as kids, man. Remember those Christmas commercials? Santa Claus drinking a Coca-Cola, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Coca-Cola tries to claim that they're the ones that, did all that, but that's not true. Don't believe the hype, son. All right, that's not true.
Fair, man. That's it.
What's that?
I had the polar bear. That's it.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. We'll give you credit for that polar bear, man. And actually using the original Coca-Cola recipe had cocaine in it. But anyways, other than that, right? Right. Other than that, you don't get no credit, man. You don't get no skin in the game, dude.
Mm-mm.
So, and then it went on to become what it is today, man. It's Christmas has become, as probably anybody would be able to guess, is a multi-billion-dollar event. The whole entire planet, man. Even people who are not Christians, they don't celebrate the birth of Christ. They'll celebrate Christmas in some form, right? And then they'll go, and a lot of gifts get spent. A lot of packages are done. It's just an all in all like good time to
Absolutely.
be alive, man. So, and be thankful for what they're doing on it.
Be festive. We're in the wrong business.
Get an ugly sweater, man. Get in the game, right? Get in the game, son, right? Even that dog has got an ugly sweater, right? So you people out there watching, right?
You get my stuff.
Bro, check it out, man. I just had a brainstorm idea. I'm gonna put Azul's ugly ass on a sweater next year. Our channel mascot. I'm gonna put him on. I'm gonna put him on an ugly sweater, and that's what we'll do. Celebrate. We're gonna do a 1-year Christmas anniversary for EnigmaCast. We're gonna be rocking Azul sweaters when we get in there, right? And for those of you guys watching, that's his name, Azul, the not so friendly alien. He's actually a raven coward, but.
And I think we might even do a nice giveaway by next Christmas too, right?
Oh, believe for sure. Yeah, for sure. 100%. All right, cuz, let's get into some Christmas questions. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right. So, all-time favorite Christmas gift?
Now, are we talking kid gift or adult gift?
We'll do both. Give me your first kid gift, and give me your first. Then we'll get you an adult gift.
I guess my all-time favorite kid gift was a motorcycle, dirt bike.
Dirt bike?
Yep.
You remember, what was it, 50 cc's?
No, it was 80.
An 80?
Yep.
All right. So for me, I'm torn between two, bro. And you'll appreciate this, man, because y'all might not watching this, but this incredibly good-looking guy here, kind of a nerd. Like, I like some nerdy stuff, right? So, bro, it was either the spring-loaded Red Ryder BB gun. And do you remember the time I pegged Heather in the butt with that thing from like 50 yards when we were outside Nanny's house one time? And we told her it was a bee sting?
Girls in our family, so it's in there was a lot of memories.
I just came clean about that story 10 years ago to her at Thanksgiving. I was like, hey man, look, I need to let you know, man, all those years ago I actually shot you. Right? That wasn't a bee that stung you, right? I mean, like, look, this was all due respect, it was an incredible shot. You know what I'm saying? It was like the wind was blowing. I saw the BB come out of the gun, right? And I aimed like 2 feet to the right. I mean, I'm talking about I dialed it in, dog. Boom! Like, this thing came in right, pow. It was an incredible shot, man. She was easily 3/4 of football field away, right? And those BB guns weren't that strong, man. It was either that, or man, the time I saved up, bro, and I got the Castle Grayskull He-Man, the He-Man Castle Grayskull, He-Man Castle Grayskull, man. Right?
Oh my god, dude! I never got the Castle Grayskull because they bought me He-Man, and I remember going to your house and me and you battling with your men and my men with the castle. And you got that castle, bro. Bro. Yeah.
Yo, I logged some hours on that Castle Grayskull, son. You see, right? Like, yeah. we have to plan some things out, bro, back and forth. But yeah, man. So those two right there are a toss-up, man, of my top two favorite kids gifts right there, man. What about your adult gift?
Adult gift is my 3.6 liter Kimbell supercharger for my Dodge Charger.
All right, okay. Y'all didn't know Rooster speaks Latin. Good job. That's one hell of a lawnmower, son. That's one hell of a lawnmower.
Absolutely. It'll cut some grass now.
All right, hey, I'm gonna throw a picture up, man. I'm gonna throw a picture up in the corner of Rooster's hot rod there. 1 of 3. Rooster's a hot rod guy. If y'all didn't know that, he's got 3 of them. For me, bro, when I'm looking at, man, my best Christmas gift as an adult, man. Whew. Bro, man, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I'm drawing a blank on that, bro.
Oh man.
I gotta be honest, dude. I can't get over the Castle Grayskull, dude. I can't find it.
Still your favorite one.
My favorite gift, man. Can't find it. Like I said, man, but like Castle Grayskull.
Be cool to know where those toys actually are in this moment in time, whether they've been melted down to something else or laying in a yard somewhere or a trash heap somewhere.
Actually, if I had to take a guess, man, where they're at, man. We broke out at 17 for you guys watching us on online here. Probably is, man. If I had to take a guess, it's in a store, a plastic tub in one of our aunt's attics or our mother's attics or someplace like that, up there and there, whatever.
Because our family don't get rid of shit.
They don't get rid of nothing, man. Nothing, right? So when one day when they die and we're digging through their stuff, we'll find it. And you best believe it's going on the shelf, dog. It's going on the shelf. Hey, it's going on a shelf. Going on a shelf, cuz. Yeah, bro. So, all right. So, what's your most favorite Christmas memory?
Man, I mean, that was still back when we were kids and our whole family lived in Tennessee, and our families weren't good at one thing, man. We always were in contact with each other, especially on holidays.
Yeah.
We made it a family thing. It wasn't just individual groups it was a big thing. So that's my all my years as a kid.
Well, I got here's the memory. I got it for you. Hands down, this is my best one. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Christmas night. It was at night. Big snowstorm rolls in, East Tennessee. We're at Aunt Glenda's house, where her backyard was that 2-tiered hill.
Yeah.
And it snowed. And me, you, Kelly, and Heather, I think we went outside. And, bro, we bundled up. And, man, we sleigh ride all the way down those hills to like 1 o'clock in the morning, man. And then,
well, we also went down the steep driveway that led up to the back of her house.
That's right.
Behind her house. Yeah.
That's right. When we had a whopping 3 feet to stop when you hit the bottom. Right. Just dove off, right?
Yeah.
We stayed out there until we were frostbitten, red in the face, man. And that was it right there. That was my top favorite Christmas memory as like a kid, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, cuz. Well, man, look, this is our Christmas Day or Eve Christmas Day special. We want to thank everybody for watching. If we're up to 377 subscribers, man.
Thank y'all,
man. That's awesome, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm happy with that 377 too, right? People are like, oh, you only got 377. I'm like, you got like 1.
Right.
So,
I mean,
yeah, I like it, right?
That's all subscribers, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited.
Call you the OGs, man. We'll call it the OG subscribers, the originals.
That's right.
If you've stuck around this long. Oh, before we do that, man, if anybody has, it's a slow week for like social media and stuff like that. But if anybody sees, when you guys watch this video, if you've got any Christmas memories you want to talk about or share your favorite gifts, or if you were into like whatever that we were into everything really. Just leave a comment in below. If you want some,
if you got
what's that?
Us to cover, man, let us know and we will. We will do it.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple people that reached off to us offline asking us to do 1 or 2 things. I told them to get to it in the new year. If you got a question about Rooster's hot rod or one of his hot rods, ask him in below. We'll hit that up down there. If you stuck around this long, do us a favor. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000, then 10,000, then 100,000, and 1 million. And you can say, hey, I was one of the first 1,000, and all I got was an ugly sweater. And a firm handshake. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and again, I don't care what you do with the bell, but Rooster does.
Hit that bell, baby.
Hit the bell, Slim. right?
Ask it, man.
Anybody
No, 'cause
watching? What's that?
I said I want them to know when we're coming out, man.
Let them know that heat's coming.
That's right.
Anybody watching this now or a year from now or whenever, hope you're having a merry, merry, merry Christmas. Hope you had a good holiday. Hope you had some good time with your family. And if you're sitting in your room, you're by yourself and you're depressed and you're down and you're lonely, yo, come hang out with us. I'll talk to you in the comments. I'll talk to you in the comments real quick. Again, we support this nonprofit organization. I'll throw it in here called Project First Step. Dealing with men's mental health, dealing with psychosis-based stuff. You're not alone, bro, or young lady, or girl, or whatever you call it, girl, bro, whatever. You're not alone, guys. None of you are alone. You just feel that you're alone, all right? You're not alone, right? Look at me.
That's right.
If you're willing to hang out with a guy wearing an ugly elf sweater with elf ears, right? This dude's dog stole his ugly sweater, right? We'll hang out with you.
Absolutely.
You're not alone. You just want to talk. I try to answer every comment. I try to, do whatever. You're not alone. You can join us and hang out. Don't ever feel like you're alone. That's what the enemy wants you to think, that you're alone inside your head, that no one cares, no one does it or whatever. No, people care, just not the people that you're around, right? And don't hold it against them. Yeah, don't hold that against them. They might have other stuff going on in their lives too, right? So just don't worry about it. Expand your circle, man. I can get along with anybody, right? Anybody. And if I can't get along with somebody, then they can't be got along with, right? And I know you can. I've seen you talk to dudes. I'm like, why are you talking to that guy for, man? Like, I've seen you get along with more people than me. So come hang out with us, two idiots, and we'll have a good time, man. And we'll have some laughs. And we are never boring. I promise you that, right?
For sure.
All right, everybody. Merry Christmas. Walk us out, Rooster.
Merry Christmas. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Later.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.